It is from our religion that we have to hate them for the sake of Allah.
If you have people coming out of mosques with hatred and with death in their eyes and on their minds, we're going to have to do something.
Al-adawa, enmity and hatred, meaning we're enemies. Let's not be around the bush. We don't love each other. We're not on the same page. We are not friends. Does that make sense? We are enemies.
They're trying to take over our children and convince them how wonderful ISIS is and how wonderful Islam is, and we don't know what's happening.
We hate the kuffar for the sake of Allah. Because why? Because they disbelieve in Allah.
And we have to look at the Muslims and we have to do something. We cannot stand by and be the stupid people while our country is destroyed.
Loving the Muslims and hating the non-Muslims. Being loyal to the Muslims and not being loyal to the non-Muslims.
They do not respect us at all.
Large portions of a group of people, Islam, large portions want to use very, very harsh means. You have more than a handful of moderate Muslims, but you certainly have a problem with Muslims.
To keep fighting the Christians and Jews until they give jizya. So it's compelling them to give jizya. This shows you clearly that it's about forcing people to become Muslim.
I want surveillance of certain mosques, okay?
Ooh, Catholic.
Welcome, stormtroopers. All of you American stormtroopers out there. Welcome. This is FastCat XXX. Now, as you can tell, what we're talking about in this video is Islam. Trump was aware of it back then. It is more prevalent today. Islam is a problem for America. In fact, we are currently under an Islamic invasion. This is no bullshit. This is no fucking lies. It is happening. We are currently being invaded by Muslims, radical Muslims, Islamists, all right, spreading their disease.
In May 2024, over 100 organizations gathered for the People's Conference for Palestine in Detroit, Michigan. More than 3,000 activists were in attendance. Speakers celebrated the October 7th massacre, called for resistance against the West, and mapped out a vision for the destruction of America from within. This violent movement has been growing for decades. It's made up of groups including Within Our Lifetime, Students for Justice in Palestine, the Palestinian Youth Movement, and many others. After the October 7th attacks, anti-Israel groups in America were emboldened. They saw the massacre as an opportunity to intensify hostility toward Jews and America.
Hey, when I think about the USA, it should burn! Death to America!
Flags of terror organizations became commonplace in public spaces.
Long live Hamas! Long live Hamas! I support Hamas! I am Hamas!
We are Hamas! Yes, we're all Hamas!
Activists celebrated the brutality of the October 7th massacre, drawing inspiration from the barbaric acts of terrorism.
It was exhilarating! It was energizing!
Glory to our martyrs, our heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice.
I salute Hamas. A job well done.
On October 7th, Hamas declared war on Israel. On October 8th, their supporters declared war on America.
It is time to bring the war home! It is time to smash this empire!
Their primary target is the U.S.
We're in the belly of the beast. We are in the heart of U.S. empire.
We are here in the belly of the insatiable imperial beast.
The Palestinian American pro-terror movement uses the word resistance as a euphemism for violence. And that resistance is to be accomplished by any means necessary.
You will resist by any, all means necessary. All means
Conference speakers outlined their strategy for bringing the war home.
I believe our fundamental role is to generate political and social crisis within the American ruling class. Mass mobilizations is the primary tactic. Street shutdowns, bridge and train shutdowns, airport caravans and shutdowns, encampments, building takeovers, targeting of weapons manufacturers, shutting down events.
We will be here in the streets, on our campuses, in our classrooms, in our workplaces every day.
We have made the situation untenable for the empire's ruling classes and the political establishment.
They have created a disruptive movement made up of students and faculty, turning young minds into anti-American extremists.
Our movement has helped transform students into revolutionaries.
They've even reached the halls of Congress.
Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib.
We're gonna move Congress and we're gonna move the White House. We're not going anywhere. Free, free Palestine!
Now, let's get something very clear here at the outset. Islam is not a religion. No. Islam is political dogma cloaked in the trappings of religion. Okay? It is not a religion. It will appeal to the uninitiated, the ignorant as religion because it infuses, it contains some of the elements of religion. There is a God mentioned, there is a prophet, right? There's history, but along with that is just a mountain of hate and violence.
इस दीन पे गुस्ताख निगाहें भी न डाले, इस दीन पे गुस्ताख निगाहें भी न डाले। खाके बनाने वालों को हम खाक में मिला देंगे।
All right, Stormtroopers, here's the deal. Like, follow, and subscribe. Help me get found out here in the wasteland. Islam is a death cult. Okay? It is a political death cult because Allah wants you to die for Him. It's not anything like Christianity, where Jesus died for our sins. Allah wants you to die for him. So what happens? Young people, children, strap on dynamite, strap on bombs, and give their lives, their very young lives, in the name of Allahu Akbar, or whatever the hell. All right? So, let's make sure we understand this. Islam is not a religion. It's political dogma. Okay? Now, young converts, especially young American converts, we've seen this on social media, even some mainstream media, where they convert to Islam. They do so out of ignorance, knowing nothing, not a damn thing about Islam. All right? So, it's a serious, serious problem. Now, how is the invasion happening? It's actually very clever. The Muslims are basically doing what we can call immigrate and propagate.
Stockholm is less than 1 million, right? And in Stockholm, if you have 10% Muslim, I was in the city of Malmö. Malmö, it's spelled with an O, but it's pronounced Malmö. And they said that if the Swedish population maintains its negative and the Muslim population maintains, Muslims have, mashallah, the average of what, 5, 6, 7 kids, right? The average, mashallah, it's for secret weapon, I say. That the prediction is, this is the halal secret weapon, guys, huh? So nobody take the video and miss it. Halal secret weapon. It's not our fault we have more kids, guys. You want to do whatever you want to do. It's all halal, alhamdulillah. So if the projection continues, I was told by one of the local counselors there that within 1 generation, it is very likely that this city will almost be half Muslim. Because this city is just not there. The locals are not reproducing. It's not our fault. I mean, it's not, I don't know why they're getting irritated at us. It's not our fault we're having kids, right? So it's not even, so the point is what's going to happen to the majority? Now, finish off on this negative note. You know the Swedish Quran burning. You're hearing this happening, right? I passed by the place where the guy did it. And he did it in a district of Malmö that is 90% Muslim.
Right? They immigrate to America. They look for some kind of asylum. Oh my God, we're in fear of our lives in country X, and we can't live there anymore because if we do, we'll be killed. Well, America opens their arms and embraces these people. They come in with an ulterior motive. Okay? They come to America to set up shop, take advantage of American welfare, so they get fed, they get funding, they get clothing, they get a place to live. Come on, you've seen this. You've seen this. What I want to express to you is that this is the most critical, the most dangerous thing happening in America today.
.279-acre land. So like you said, brother, masjid, homes, a total Muslim village. So we're still debating on the name, but it's going to be something Muslim name and a village attached to it, right? The names of the streets, Khalid ibn al-Walid, Tariq bin Ziyad, like all the great conquerors. Like people need to Google those conquerors and know like what are we made of. Yeah, like Google Khalid
burning, bro.
Google Tariq bin Ziyad, you know? And then we want to have different sections like Andalusia, this, that, like all our past glories, and we want to bring it back. The way what we're doing, brother, like you cannot make it exclusive, like non-Muslims not allowed, kuffar not allowed. What we're doing, there's something called association fee. I don't know what it's called in Dubai. Like your maintenance fee that you pay yearly, to cutting the service fee, to cut the grass, to remove the snow and whatnot. So that service fee will put there 75% of the service fee you're paying goes to the masjid.
So they would automatically not want to come.
Automatically, if you are a practicing Christian, I would advise you, why help the Muslims, you know? Let Muslims do their own thing, right? So this is the way we're going to put the clause. And our attorney already put it there. So we have, brother, think about it. Like a guy comes from Bangladesh, have no idea about anything. Brother, we're putting an application now where we're selecting the names of the streets in the United States of America. We're putting the subdivision laws. Like, hey, this is the law. One of the laws being your yearly contribution, 75% of it goes to support the masjid that's going to be there. We're making these laws. We're putting those laws. It's unbelievable what Allah can do for you.
You know just blew my mind.
You know, they say if you, what's called verbal manifestations, if you keep saying something to someone, they'll become like that. If you keep telling someone they're a villain, they'll become a villain. People get saying, bro, these Muslims are taking over. The masses, you know what? If you keep calling, if you keep saying it, yes. I'm actually going to do it.
No, but you know what's mad is what you just said, bro. Actually, I think it was mind-blowing. You said a guy from Bangladesh comes over to the USA,
starts naming streets.
Stop naming streets after Islamic.
It's unbelievable. I cannot sometimes even believe it. And I suggested those names. Other people saying, why these? Yeah. Can we have like normal?
Comes over to the USA.
Starts naming streets.
Stop naming streets after Islamic.
It's unbelievable. I cannot sometimes even believe it. And I suggested those names. Other people saying, why these? Yeah. Can we have like normal?
I ask Allah,
Cordoba
Street. Give success to this project. Allah, protect this project and give it success.
And there's no riba involved.
No riba, brother.
No haram.
So we 6.8 million we raised in 40 minutes. Now I'm like, okay, this is happening. This happened, right? And this is another thing. People fear too much, brother. Now you have raised it. Now I have great attorneys. Now we're going to use the kuffar when their talent comes in, right? We have the great attorneys. So I hired everyone that the township knows. So they have dealt with this is their boy, their attorney. This is their civil engineer. This is their planning commissioner. I have hired all of them in our team. Now they are submitting the application because now comes the real world. You got to play it wise, right? So now the township is going to see an application coming from, I'm not going to name his name, like John Smith submitting this application, but it says Khalid ibn Walid Street. Oh my God, what is John Smith thinking, right? But this is what you make John Smith do when you got the money. You hire John Smith and tell him, hey, submit an application as I tell you to submit. Yeah. So
are you sure this podcast is not going to get in trouble?
Nothing, brother. I don't care. What are you going to do? So this is another thing.
I want the project to manifest.
Of course.
That's what you got. Then you got to pull out the constitution.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Freedom of religion.
Exactly, brother.
You man identify as whatever you want, bro. I identify as Khalid bin Walid Street.
Yes.
This street identifies as Khalid bin Walid Street.
What are you going to do now? Hurt the street's feelings? Come on, man. Yeah.
Allah sent us for what? To get a green card, or to try to get a job, or get on welfare, or get housing? No. Either we're going to be victorious over you or be in Jannah. Two options. That's it. There is no retreat. There is no surrender. Victory or Shahada. This is how the Sahaba thought.
Islam is the most fucking dangerous thing that's happening in America today. Okay? I know we have issues as a conservative. We have issues with leftists. We have issues with Democrats. Political striations that number in the many. But this is the most dangerous, because if the Muslims succeed in what they're doing, they will change. They will change the culture of this country. They will change what America is all about. Freedom will go away. I mean, this is what they're doing. They're setting up shop. There's an entire city in Michigan, Dearborn, Michigan. It's a Muslim city.
The city of Dearborn, Michigan. Dearborn is a whole nother world.
#1 most concentrated community of Arabs outside the Middle East.
الخدمة وتحسن الشمل ابو اليمه واقول يا علي الهمه مثل كل عام عني يا مثل الله الله احس لك من جروحي.
هيدر اي مظلوم فاتح هيدر فاتح خیبر افتادی در بستر زهرا بابا چشمات از عشقت شد دریا بابا میبینم که بغضی توی صدات یا زهرا.
We've been asked in the past, why are our protests on the International Day of Quds, why are they so anti-America? Why don't we just focus more on Israel and not talk so much about America? Gaza has shown the entire world why these protests are so anti-America. Because it's the United States government that provides the funds for all of the atrocities that we just heard about. And this is why Imam Khomeini, who declared the International Day of Quds, this is why he would say to pour all of your chants and all of your shouts upon the head of America. Malcolm X said, and I quote, "We live in one of the rottenest countries that has ever existed on this earth. It's not Genocide Joe that has to go. It's the entire system that has to go. Any system that would allow such atrocities and such devilry to happen and would support it, such a system does not deserve to exist on God's earth."
Free, free Palestine. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free.
All right, Stormtroopers, here's the deal. Like, follow, and subscribe. Help me get found out here in the wasteland. There's another one in Michigan as well. Actually, just a stone's throw from Dearborn, Hamtramck. That's another one. The entire city council is Muslim. Okay? And now we have Muslims taking positions all over America, you know, city councils, they're running for mayor, Minneapolis, you've seen that one.
Heard them being called terrorists. We heard them being called drug dealers. We heard a lot of insults. We heard that they're a threat to our national security, and that's a flat-out lie. You want to know who the real threat is, Madam President? I'll give you a hint. They don't look like our chief author. They don't look like the folks up in the gallery. They don't look like the folks out in the rotunda. They look like many of the members that sit in the front.
In 2017, Zohran Mamdani released a rap track that praised 5 convicted Hamas funders known as the Holy Land 5. Now he wants to run New York? Mamdani says, look him up. So we did. These 5 men were convicted of funneling over $12 million to Hamas, a U.S. designated terrorist organization responsible for the murder, rape, and kidnapping of civilians, including Americans. Mamdani sent his love to convicted Hamas funders. Let that sink in. Mamdani says, no wall will make it fall. That's an open door for criminals and chaos. Zohran Mamdani stands with convicted terrorist funders and wants open borders. This is New York City, not a sanctuary for terrorists. Zohran Mamdani, unfit, un-American, unthinkable.
I want to ask you about an issue that has divided some New Yorkers in recent weeks. You were recently asked about the term globalize the intifada, if it makes you uncomfortable. In that moment, you did not condemn the phrase. Now, just so folks understand, it's a phrase that many people hear as a call to violence against Jews. There's been a lot of attention on this issue. So I want to give you an opportunity to respond here and now. Do you condemn that phrase, globalize the intifada?
That's not language that I use.
But do you actually condemn it? I think that's the question and the outstanding issue that a number of people, both of the Jewish faith and beyond, have. Do you condemn that phrase, globalize the intifada, which a lot of people hear as a call to violence against Jews?
I've heard from many Jewish New Yorkers who have shared their concerns with me.
But very quickly, for the people who care about the language and who feel really concerned by that phrase, why not just condemn it?
My concern is to start to walk down the line of language and making clear what language I believe is permissible or impermissible.
And then, of course, in Congress, with Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib. I mean, it just goes on and on. I'm telling you, Islam is invading America. Islam does not tolerate any other religions. Well, they say they do, but they don't. Islam says, well, Islam means submit, right? All right? Islam doesn't submit. You submit. You shut the fuck up and listen to your imam. You get on your fucking knees 5 times a day and pray. If you don't, God help you. God help you. All right? There are a number of things that Islam does not tolerate. All right? Those things are haram. Haram means unlawful or forbidden. What things are forbidden in Islam? Well, if you're a young college student in America and you enjoyed your music, going to concerts, having a good time, dancing, singing, that ends. No more. No more. Shut the fuck up. Put on your fucking robe and get to the temple. The only thing you're going to be singing are the praises of Allah. The praises of Allah. That's all you're going to be singing. So, shut the fuck up. That's haram. Okay? All right? What other things are haram? Well, going to nightclubs. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy going to the nightclubs, meeting girls, dancing, having a good time? No more. No more. That ends. That ends. You're not going to the nightclub anymore. No. Whoa. Hold on. What the hell is this? Gay Muslim men dancing? Are they going to throw themselves off the roof? Not for nothing, but this is really weird. A lot of men dancing together. Very close dancing. No women around. Oh, Oscar, I like the way you're moving. Oh, Muhammad, stop it. But don't stop. You look tastier than a kunafa, my pretty friend. You think so? You're making me blush like a little British girl. Tonight, I just want to see the way Allah made you. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad. Assalamu. What the hell is going on with these little kids? What are they, grooming them? This is really bizarre. No. Tattoos? Oh, everybody's getting tattoos, right? No. That ends. Those tattoos are coming off.
Losses to the neck, but now I'm trophied up. I'm saying like bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand.
It might hurt. It might hurt to get him to take them off. I mean, who knows how? Who knows how the Muslims will take off your tattoos? All right. Are you gay? That's not allowed. Now, we've seen a lot of people, a lot of gays, right, with the fucking rainbow flags out there in the gay parade, dancing around, whatever, you know, singing praises of Palestine, they're shouting support for Palestine, doing anything anti-Semitic they can do. All right, because if Palestinians hate Jews, well, so do these transgender people. They're going to hate Jews too. You know what your reward is? Because you're gay, transgender, you are going to have to prove that gravity exists. Okay? Remember the test where you can drop a feather and drop a stone at the same time and see which one hits the ground first? In a vacuum, they both hit the ground at the same time. You're the rock. You're the rock. You're going to prove gravity exists.
يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من وجدتموه يعمل عمل قوم لوط فاقتلوا الفاعل والمفعول به. شريعتنا شريعتنا شريعتنا.
And you're not the only one. You got a transgender friend, he or she, they're going to be testing gravity too. This can go on all day long. All right, and if the crime is bad enough, oh, you might be the spectacle on a soccer field where everybody can watch, where there's a sword brought down on your neck, and watch your head roll away. Yeah, that's Islam. That's Islam. Listen up, young people. Get a hint. All right? So, now what do the Muslims do when they come to America after we talked about getting everything for free? Well, they collect together. You'll find them collecting on the same street, the same apartment complexes, and it's understandable, birds of a feather, that kind of thing. They get together, but they get together and they make plans. That's what they do. They make plans. All right. And of course, some of them will run for political office, and some of them will succeed. They will claim at the time when they come to America that they love America, but then they protest against America. Suddenly, they hate America.
God, most gracious, most merciful, guide the leaders of this nation who have been given a great responsibility in worldly affairs. Guide them and grant them righteousness and wisdom.
Every day they will go to school and they'll put an American flag in front of these little babies, Muslim babies. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Bullshit!
You want to defend this country. You know what this country is? It's a garbage can. It's filthy. Filthy and sick.
All right, Stormtroopers, here's the deal. Like, follow, and subscribe. Help me get found out here in the wasteland.
The housing, the homes that we were all of a sudden occupying, everything was a shock, honestly. Every day was something new, and I'm like, oh my god, this is just getting worse. Yeah,
So, what state did you guys land first of all? Kansas City.
Of all places, yeah. It's like boot camp for Maine, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's just anyone who lives in Maine knows Maine and has ever visited Kansas, they will know what I'm talking about. It's just a lot.
Interesting.
To deal with as a person of color, honestly, or a black person.
And why the fuck did you come here? Why the fuck did you come here? Get out. Go away. We don't want you then. We don't want your Quran. We don't need it. We don't need it. In fact, your Quran is haram. It's unlawful in this country. It's forbidden. It's a bad thing. Okay? It's a bad thing. So we don't want it. We don't need it. It's a bad thing. Your Allah is a bad thing. Your prophet Muhammad is a bad thing. Look, if a religion begins with a prophet marrying a 6-year-old child, huh? What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Is that something good? Huh? Is that something good? How can you possibly believe in a religion, a political doctrine, a political book pretending to be religion, the Quran? How can you possibly believe in this thing that you're being sold, allegedly written by a man who's a pedophile? He is a pedophile. He married Aisha when she was 6 years old, consummated the marriage. She's 9. How do you do that? How do you do that? You sick son of a bitch. Yeah. How can you believe in that? Religion begun by a man who's so old and a girl who's so young. How can you do that? You son of a bitch. Anyway, so when they come here and they start to gather and collect and begin to build mosques. There are so many in America now. As of this year, 2025, there are about 4,000 mosques in America. Now remember, if you take 15 to 25% of Muslims worldwide, that 15 to 25%, that represents 300 million radical Muslims. 300 million radical Muslims who are on the track for terrorism. Okay? Let that sink in. Swallow that pill. I'm telling you, Islam is a danger to America. Okay? 4,000 mosques in America. Now, what states have the highest number of mosques? I'll bet you can guess, but there was one surprise. New York has about 257 mosques. Okay. California, about 246, about. Now the shocker, it shocked me, is Texas. Texas may have the highest number of mosques, about 300, 325. That stunned me. Now the prayer rooms, there are a lot more prayer rooms. You can find those prayer rooms in airports, universities. You can find them all. There are a lot more prayer rooms than there are mosques, obviously. They're smaller. But yeah, the thing is, because Muslim men don't want to worship next to women, you have to have a separate prayer room for women. So we have to double up on prayer rooms. You know? Now, as far as the schools go, Muslim schools, they are plenty. Many, many Muslim schools. Maybe 300 plus Muslim schools in America. Now, the tricky thing is that they give their schools names that sound so nice, you know, like the Houston Peace Academy. It's a peace academy, so it can't be teaching anything bad, unless it's teaching the Quran, which of course they all do. They all do. And since the Quran verse after verse of violence and hatred. You know, for example, chapter 9. I'm not sure which line, which it is. It tells you that, well, it's non-believers, non-Muslims must be killed. That's simple enough, isn't it? It's very explicit. They don't fuck around with the words, right? Give it that. Man, pretty serious. They don't fuck around with the words. So, now, what I'm hoping is that everyone will share this video. Okay? I'm going to ask you to share the video. Follow me. There's a lot more to be said about this. Okay? We can't do this all in one sitting, but we can do a few things. We can bring it to the fore. Bring some attention to it. Okay? Because this is something that's going to affect you in your later life, because I'm telling you, the Muslim train is rolling. They are gaining traction. You'll find them all over Minnesota, and I'm talking about officials in the state of Maine, Michigan. Like I said, Texas is ramping up with Muslims and mosques. They're building entire villages. Okay, they're called. Some of them are called epic cities.
We are in the new land right now. You can see, mashallah, the constructions working behind us. We have a huge land, 6 acres, mashallah.
Welcome to the future of living. Welcome to Epic City. Nestled in the heart of Josephine, Texas. It is about 20 miles and 20 minutes from Epic. Commercial areas.
This, ladies and gentlemen, will be the biggest masjid in Arizona, Phoenix. They say that when you're flying in and out of Arizona and out of Phoenix, you're going to be able to see the dome. A very old man constructed it. He passed away not too long ago. I'm here visiting, meeting some of the brothers here. It's a beautiful masjid. Very large. It's beautiful. Look at this amazing mosque. It's going to be the largest dome and a landmark here in Phoenix.
They're building little towns, colleges. They're building colleges all over America. In addition to the high schools and the mosques, they're going up everywhere. And if you think that we can sustain this by ignoring it and not doing anything, you're wrong. You're wrong. Your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren are going to have to face this and ask a question. Why the hell didn't you do anything? Why didn't you stop this? We need to call attention to it. Trump knew it back then. And I know he's been dealing with a lot of shit lately, so he couldn't do anything about this at that moment. But the time has come. This is his second term. Okay? If he doesn't handle it now, who's going to? Especially if the leftists get into office after Trump leaves. God willing, he won't. They won't, because we need someone like J.D. Vance in there, or some Republican strong enough to continue the fight is what we need. That's a few years down the road. But by that time, there will be hundreds more in mosques. There will be thousands more immigrants, because, like I said, their plan immigrate, and populate. That's the plan. That's the plan. Like I said, I want to stay on top of this. I'm going to stay on top of this. I want to bring you whatever I find that comes out of taking a look at what the hell's going on with Muslims in America. Look, we've seen what happened to Europe. Okay? That ship, Europe is a Titanic. It is sinking under the weight of Islam and the crimes that the Muslims are committing in that part of the world. Europe is falling. It's a sinking ship, and it's really fucking sad to see that happen. England is damn near gone. There are so many Muslims that have taken over the major cities, the major political offices, all right? The MPs in Parliament, they're weak as hell. They're rolling over, allowing Muslims to take control. We can't let them do that here in America, all right? We fought to make this fucking country free. It's going to stay free. We're not going to let Muslims take over. Not going to let that bullshit happen. America is the trophy. That's what they want. They want our country. They want to take over with Sharia law. This is not a fucking joke, people. They want to take over. All right? So pay attention. It's happening. It's happening. We can't let it happen. America is a free country. Free. My country, 'tis of thee. Right? It's because of you, America. That's why we are free. We can't let it happen. All right? I can feel it under my feet. The tectonic shift of Muslims taking over. A lot of people will say, oh, well, it's like some conspiracy bullshit. Oh, no. It's not conspiracy. No. No. Take out your camera. Take a picture. You will get a real picture of a real Bigfoot that is Muslim. All right? The pictures are real. The videos are real. Look what they do. All right? Look what they do to children. Look at the videos, what they do to children. Look what they do to women. I've shown you all this. I know it's hard to watch. But that's what America will become if you let it. We can't let that shit happen. We are too fucking strong. No. America is not going to become Islamerica. No. No fucking way. Land of the free. Home of the motherfucking brave. No. Not even close. Get the fuck out of here. All right. That's all I have. Please follow, like, share. I appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. And thank you for spending your time with me. I do appreciate it. Meow, baby.